let's at least look at what we can breed.
Yeah.
We don't have to breed anything just yet, but let's take a look.
I'll at least let you know if it's a bad idea.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to replace King with something stronger. That would be able to then also heal. But let's breed. Okay, which monster for the pedigree? So,
DK is your flyer. That's the bat.
Yes. King is King. Hops is the bug. Anteater's a bug. Dran can't breed with King because King's male. So I have to find something that's female. SD is female.
I would not recommend breeding SD yet.
Yeah. Golem is male. I could breed him with Caddy. Oh, that's the caterpillar.
Yeah.
Mad Cat is also male. Face tree. Okay, so I don't have a whole lot of options as to who I can breed King with.
And remember, it is different depending on who's first.
Yes. So I guess really the question then, because I can mostly breed him with either a bat or with
I mean, you can select, like I said, you can select him and see what it makes before you have to make a decision.
Yeah, I can try a couple of different things. I just don't have anything particularly strong to breed him with right now.
Not the biggest deal.
Yeah. Okay. So, let's go ahead and select King for first for right now. Because he will be the strongest that I would be potentially breeding with. Let's see what DK would do.
You can hit OK.
I suspect that Wing Slime +1. So, generic.
Yes. It is one of the better generics for where you're at now.
You've not had yet.
So if you hit no, that means you cancel.
Okay.
And then it just unceremoniously dips you out.
Fair enough. No, not info. Menu's a little clunky, but it's an old game. So Hops is the
is the weird little grasshopper thing.
Yeah.
That is
Snaily.
a generic.
Okay. So then let's...
I don't know how much you're going to really want to show of this in the future, other than what you decide.
Yeah. But for right now, might as well... Okay, we're not going to do SD just yet, because he can still get much stronger. I guess let's take a look at the caterpillar.
The other generic.
Yeah.
And then, of course, if you switch the order, it also changes the option.
So then let's change the order of DK and King. Let's find out what that does. A picky plus... Okay, so that gets me the bird.
Yep. Which, you guessed it,
Yeah.
is a generic. Yeah, I don't need to tell you which one. What of the options are the quote-unquote better one? You already did King first.
Yes, you were right.
I believe Hops and the other insect are going to give you the exact same option.
Yeah, I think so too.
So you can just check it on one of them.
Well, let's check it out with Caddy, because I think he had better overall moves.
Sure.
Yes. Giant slug.
I think that's generic. I don't remember all of them.
It's mate you've not had yet. So far, out of any of them, I'm leaning more towards the wing slime.
Okay.
Just because slimes are fun. Yeah, so far out of all of them, I'm leaning more towards wing slime. Seems like it would probably have some fun moves that I could potentially learn. I'm also not super feeling any of these, to be frank.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost of the opinion that I'd rather find something else to catch and see what I could breed with King, but I also need to replace King with something, because he's very quickly getting outclassed.
I would just go for the wing slime then, because...
I can always breed him again.
Exactly.
So let's go ahead and just do King. Okay. And DK. Okay. Wing slime +1. We have not had yet. Yeah, let's just do it.
And again, in the future, we'll probably do a lot of the menuing off screen. Oh, that's helpful.
Yep.
We'll do a lot of the menuing off screen, then just kind of give the highlights of the journey.
Yeah. King and DK disappeared, leaving an egg behind.
You will never see them again. Shame that was the king's favorite.
Yep. Cost 20 gold to hatch it. Yep.
So, obviously, right now, not the biggest concern. The main times you're going to want to go to the egg evaluator is either A, if you have specific plans, or B, if you have a lot of one gender versus the other.
And it's male. So it's the child of King. I don't have enough letters for Prince, but he could be Prim.
Sure.
Or you know what? He'll be Prim. It's prim and proper. Yep, we'll go ahead and take Prim. Anything else?
Nice.
Oh yeah, we are at nice number. I don't think I really need to worry about anything else super right now. I could, like, see what happens if I breed, like, Golem with a bunch of stuff, or Dran with some things, but really everything else is kind of still getting really good stat gains from their levels, so I'm not super worried about it yet.
Why don't you take a minute to kind of go through, see what you like, and we'll be right back.
Alright.
Just don't make any decisions.
I can't even breed Golem anyway. It's not high enough level. A Yeti +1 will be born from Mad Cat and SD. Well, that does sound fun. I don't think I'm gonna worry about it too much right now.
Alright, after a bit of exploring and looking at the options, probably just gonna leave well enough alone for now.
Okay, so he doesn't have any moves yet because he doesn't have the...
Because he is nothing!
Yeah. But let's look at some info about him. He's got pretty good intelligence. He's fast. That makes sense considering his parents. He also looks like a fairy. Alright.
It's a bird slime.
He's hasty. He's got slime +1 for his family.
As you noticed, briefly looking at the dragon there, it's taken a bit of experience to actually level up now.
Yeah. 666 experience.
Notice how he's had a total of 1,300 experience and already almost another half of that to get to the next level.
Yeah. So he's going to take a while to continue leveling up, which is the problem with using dragons.
Yes. The curves are real nasty in this game for the slow levelers.
Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to switch him out
Not the worst plan.
Someone else.
I would personally recommend switching Dran over SD, just in terms of stat priorities.
Well, fair, I suppose.
Dran, he's good for getting you through stuff, but...
SD kind of has the same amount of...
Oh, I just realized we goofed.
Did we?
Probably shouldn't have bred yet. Probably should have done the next tournament arc.
Oh, yeah, that's fair, because my healer is going to be needing some levels before I do the next tournament. Alright, well, so this gives me an opportunity to go back and train my healer a little bit first, I guess.
Unless you want to switch him out with one of the bosses you got and just wing it.
You know what? I could probably do that.
We're not at the stage yet to where it gets terribly difficult.
Yeah, let's just drop him off for right now, and we'll pick up either Golem or Tree. I'm thinking Tree. Actually, I could just pick up Mad Cat and just stomp everything and just have 3 attackers.
Sure.
Let's do that, why not?
The best defense is killing them before they have any sort of offense.
Yeah.
So, word of advice. Don't do this.
Word of advice, don't breed out your things before going to the tournament.
Do what we say, not what we do.
Yep.
Because that's what we need to do in order to get to the next part of the game.
Well,
Because this is all one big tournament arc.
what am I registering for? E-Class. Yes. Let's see how this goes. Worst comes to worst, I lose and have to have to grind a bit. You don't lose all your items if you lose in this, right?
No, you just lose out on the gold that you spent.
Yeah, that's what I figured, but
They're not that rude.
hey, it's a Dratini. And also a plant slime. Alright, well, let's charge. Poison Dragon. Okay. Or Poison Gone.
You were close enough.
Crespent. Yeah, just keep charging. These
You're
guys
still
are not
at the
too...
point where you can kind of outmuscle things just naturally.
Yeah, these guys really aren't doing a whole lot to me. There's Vacuum Slash.
That being said, after this, we might want to be a little bit more cognizant of when we breed.
Yeah. Victory goes to the challenger. Second match.
Cheer.
Oh,
look,
you've got your
their
own dragon. I bet my dragon's better than your dragon, though.
We hope.
I also have 2 of them. A Dragon Slime, a Fairy Drac. Okay, Fairy Drac was one of the things that I could have made with
Breeding options.
with one of my breeding options, actually. I'm guessing it's just a generic for wing and flying. Whereas... wing and dragon. So, not super concerned. Draxlime takes a deep breath. Draxlime is knocked out, though, so there we go. Illusion Golfs. Okay.
So illusions, like I said, reduce accuracy. Did I mention SD is completely immune to fire?
Throw Vacuum Slash. There goes Fairy Drac.
Yeah, you're definitely at the point where you can outmuscle still.
Yeah, I'm not... Yeah, that illusion was nasty, but other than that, I'm not super concerned. Master Tito. This guy might be a little bit more of a challenge, though, just because he's the last guy. Hey, Terry. Welcome. I'm Master Tito. Think you can defeat me? Don't let your defeat bother you.
Already assuming.
Okay, so he's got Snaily Slimes and an Armorpede. So he's a bug trainer. Got it.
More or less. Snaily being the generic you decided against.
Yeah. Ooh, he's got Ice Bolt. Call is not heard.
The final battle is always, by and large, the hardest.
As it, it kind of should be.
But, like, by a lot. Good thing they don't like fire very much.
Yep. There we go.
Okay.
Kind of just outmuscle.
Yeah. Probably the last time you can get away with that.
Probably. Yay.
Because it does get harder considerably faster.
You survived an E-class. Peace and Bravery is now open.
Okay. So this is where my notes start to come into play.
Oh boy.
If you go back in, you actually have 3 different people that want to talk to you in here now.
Okay.
Because you've earned their respect. Tito here, for example.
I'm sorry I was so rude. Give me another chance. Well, why don't we breed our monsters, Terry? I have Iceman.
I hate this guy. I hate this guy because my plans involve said Iceman.
Okay.
Here's the problem. My plans need Iceman as the pedigree, not the mate.
Oh.
And when you do this with NPC monster masters, their monster will always be the mate.
Okay.
So, little spoiler for the future there for ya, and anyone who knows.
Well,
So,
I could see what would happen.
you could. Now, these will be there is a time limit for, in terms of story progression, for how long these traits are available. You don't need to do this right now, as oftentimes they will offer you, we'll say, harder to acquire monsters for just a free little...
Yeah, free breeding session.
Yeah. Don't ever put it that way again. I don't think you're going to have anything super great to pair with this right now. You're welcome to... Actually, I don't think they tell you what you're going to make.
Oh.
I might be mistaken, but...
It'll still force me to save before I do it, though.
I would say no for now, as Iceman is a pretty decent one. Even if I hate him for it.
Yeah, good thing to come back to.
There's 2 more available to you right now.
Survived E-class. You did better than I thought.
I
Still
think
can't do anything with
one
the
of them is
Hoya.
in the bar above you. So, up top
Just need
there.
education too. Old ones are tough to change. Same for humans. Okay.
Yeah, the whole you can't teach an old dog new tricks thing.
What do you have to say? My rival is watching me. As long as I have my bone slave, I won't be beaten. I don't want to hear that again.
Funny thing about him bringing up a bone slave. That's the first thing I want you to catch me.
Fair enough.
Possibly second.
Want to have a breed with me? Please don't ever say that again. Want to breed with my cat fly.
Even less so.
I'm guessing that's just like the generic for wing and beast.
Other way around, but I think...
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a generic. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Alright, well.
But you have that option available to you.
They'd probably be fun things to do. Iceman has a relative. It's called Lava Man. But it's not behind the Traveler's Gates. Foreign Masters might have one, though.
Game kind of hinting at the fact that you can Team Rocket it. A little bit. And the last person who wants to offer you a breeding session. Yeah, I know. Not an old guy, I don't think. Someone...
About his lizard man. Seems Mick wanted to breed it with some monster.
Yeah, so giving you a little heads up on the last person.
This is where Mick is. I'm Mick. It's hard to deal with all my fans. Her Majesty, the Queen of Great Tree. I guess Mick. Her Majesty desires a wing slime. I have a wing slime.
Indeed.
If a slime is bred with a bird, perhaps a wing slime will be born. I don't think I want to give you my wing slime, though.
You're not giving to the queen, you're just showing.
Oh, okay.
But it has to be in your party.
Oh.
Talk to Mick again.
Queen gave me a personal invitation.
Again?
If you become famous, you'll be invited too.
Again?
Why are you bugging me so much? I'll let you breed with my monster to get you off my back. You only have weak monsters. Mine is Lizard Man. Here's my monster.
Rude. So, this guy, Lizard Man, will only be available to you between now and before you complete the next tournament arc.
Okay.
D class. So you don't have to...
I don't have to do it right now, but I have to do it before I do the next tournament.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can do a little bit more gate crawling since you have 2 new places open to you, and potentially 1 more if you find a Fireboy.
The Lizard Man says Ag Devil is its type.
The game trying to influence you saying, hey, by the way, you may or may not want to try and find an Ag Devil to breed instead with it.
Fair enough.
Because cool things may or may not happen. Anyways, those are the only 3 you're really looking for right now.
Wider, haha.
You have a decent amount of time for Fighter and Tito to take them up on their offer. Mick, not so much.
Alright, cool. So I've got 3 things I can potentially...
And I'll warn you when you're getting close to the time for Fighter and Tito bailing on you.
Fair enough. Okay, cool. Well, I need to switch my... I need to switch Prim back into my party. So he'll actually get some levels and some experience. Although he'll still get levels while he's in the farm. But he won't learn any moves. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna drop people off. I'm gonna drop off Mad Cat because he already has all of his moves. And I'm gonna pick up... I'm going to pick up Prim.
Maybe look to see if you want to throw anyone away for... Or throw Dran away for anyone as well. I don't know if you have anyone that you care about right now, but... something to consider.
Yeah.
Because while powerful, in terms of actual breeding material, he's about as good as it's going to get right now.
Yeah, I could see...
You can get your big old rooster boy in.
I could get the big old rooster boy in and see if that would give me something more interesting to breed with Dran. I could also bring in the bee, which is totally not a bee, and see if that would give me something more interesting to breed.
Again, you'll get a chance to kind of play around with things.
I should probably get Golem to level 10, but he gets experience while he's in here.
Yeah, just let him hit it naturally if you're not already using him.
Yeah. Poor Slib is taking forever to level up. Let's see. Anteater is also taking a long time to level up, strangely enough.
I wouldn't think about it too hard. I'd just kind of go with gut reaction on what you'll feel like. You don't have the information to make educated decisions right now, so just do what feels right.
Yeah. Let's... Oh, I can't do that yet. Are you replacing a monster? Which one are you replacing? Dran. I'm replacing this one. Yes. I'm replacing him with... let's bring in Rooster Boy. Or Rooster Girl, I suppose I should say. Just to get...
something going.
Something... get a female that can potentially breed.
Yeah, fair.
Instinctively, I want to be like, yeah, let's play a Treeface, because he seems really cool.
So, stock up on some good old pork chops for me, please.
Yes. Let's definitely do that.
Because I desire 2 things from the next gate.
Fair enough. Let's also drop off my mini medal.
Yeah, that might be good.
You have medals. Yeah, I can kind of skip the text ahead a little bit.
Yeah, that you can just mash it. It's not going to be much different other than the number.
Yeah, you can also skip the text ahead a little bit, which people might have noticed me accidentally doing this by pressing up on the control pad. Does it too, for some reason, which is kind of interesting.
You have a lot to sell.
Do you have anything new to say now that I have done more things? I recognize you are a superior master. I have a favor to ask. I'm conducting research on reviving monsters. can you give me one of your monsters with a thunder skill? Of course, I'll give you my old assistant in return.
The old lady.
Alright.
We do not have anyone with thunder skill, though.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the easiest way, I believe, to access that is a bone slave. Unfortunately, I want a bone slave.
Alright, well, let's take some gold. Let's just take 400. Actually, no, I'm probably going to want more pork chops than that.
You are also selling a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, that's true. So I really don't see any reason to keep most of the things that I currently have. I might deposit the better healing item for later, but...
So, one thing you can do in this game to kind of help you out is you can breed fodder with fodder to create fodder too.
Yeah.
And that is very viable. I would just kill 5 off.
Yeah, that was my plan as well.
Warp wings worth considerably more than your pitiful herbs.
Don't need awake sand. Don't need
that
6
many
herbs. Let's stick with like 4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tempted to deposit the love water rather than keep it, or I could just sell it.
You're gonna find more.
Yeah, by the time I'm actually wanting to use... I have 3? How did I get 3? Alright.
Because the game's already giving them to you.
By the time I'm going to want them, the game will probably be spamming them on me.
More or less.
And let's sell the laurel. And wait for the dog outside to stop barking. Still can't buy
No, that hasn't changed yet.
ribs yet.
It would, I believe, be from a different seller, market person.
You know, those sailors.
Get 7.
Get 7. Just round me off to a nice 8.
Yeah. You do have limited inventory space after all.
Yeah, that's true. I am still going to be able to want to pick stuff up.
Yeah, like if you go to the right, I don't think anything's changed in the tree yet. I think you have to do 1 or 2. Yeah, you have to do 1 or 2 more before things really change.
Great tree grows, huge earthquakes occur. There will be more stands at the bar when it grows bigger.
Yeah. So, things change as things grow. You know how it would be.
Yeah.
That guy's still a rude jerk. He won't do anything.
He still won't let me take his treasures. But I'm supposed to be a master. I'm helping the country. Give me your stuff. Alright. Well, let's put my gold back. I made a net profit. I made a considerable net... Well, actually, I guess not a considerable. But I did make a net profit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. And I guess let's go off to the next dungeon.
Yes. Then after the next dungeon, I think you'll start to find that you might want to start breeding your fodder with themselves.
During this current session, I have already learned that I very much could be using some more female monsters. So I may want to...
is a nice way to kind of alter the genders a bit.
Yep.
Of your supply is, well, you know.
Okay, so I can go in here now. This is the room of peace and bravery. Go right to the grade of bravery, left to the grade of peace. Okay, so if it's been following the same convention...
Peace. Do peace.
Yeah.
Peace is the one I want. Please and or thank you.
Sure thing, buddy. Is there a particular floor I need to be worrying about?
Yes and no.
Fair
There's
enough.
2 things here I care about.